Now, a new feature at this year's IBC is the Innovation Arena. It's a forum for start-up companies to pitch their products to a panel of judges. As we all know, it's difficult enough to sell a new concept at the best of times. To do it in public before a whole board of senior industry experts is a daunting challenge indeed. But 12 hopefuls were up for it, and our reporter George Hurd went to watch them.
So you've got a great idea, turned it into a killer application, and now you want the world to know. So take 12 young companies and give them 5 minutes to pitch to a panel of industry leaders. That was the opportunity as IBC launched its first Innovation Arena.
Our innovation is a custom authoring system coupled with our own 3D game engine that's optimized for rendering mixed media.
But it can be tough out there when you're in the spotlight.
It's always going to be daunting, and up on stage under the lights, it's not the easiest thing to do, but yeah, it's exciting.
It was good. I caught a cold yesterday, so I was coughing a bit before, but yeah, it went all well, and I actually I was 5 seconds short, but other than that, it was good. Yeah.
It was interesting. I have done a number of other similar types of events, and I think the adage I would use for all of those types of things is to fail to prepare is to prepare to fail.
The panel had 4 categories to judge, all with an eye on the future. The winners were Shozu, Imaging Creates TV, and Instant Effects from the UK, and Matteo from Germany, all named eye-catchers at the Innovation Arena by the panel. Winner Shozu pitched its all-in-one button solution for smartphone users to get their files on the web, and were delighted with the accolade.
It feels great to be a winner. It's always great to be a winner. I'd like to have the winning be converted into the kind of recognition where it really gives the market a boost, the market for ourselves and the market for everyone in this space. So we're very happy to be a winner.
For a first-time event, all the judges were impressed by what was on offer.
This is a great event, first year that IBC has done it, but certainly brings some of the newest technologies to the forefront, and that's really what you want to see. You want to see the technologies years before they hit the show floor, and that's what we saw today.
There were no prizes for this year's winners. The reward will be staking their places in the market and making them a worldwide success.
The Innovation Arena, a new feature at this year's IBC. So let's now take a look at what's happening in the conference rooms today. At 11 o'clock in the forum, there's a discussion on one of the most controversial issues surrounding the digital switchover. How should the spectrum be allocated? That's followed at 1:30 by a look at the sequel to one of the great cult films, Spinal Tap, 25 years on. Director Jim Gabor will be there, and we'll be talking to him in tomorrow's programme. Across in Room L, another film comes under the spotlight, the sci-fi blockbuster District 9. There'll be 2 speakers from Image Engine of Canada who made the special effects. And that's followed in the afternoon by a session on energy consumption, which looks at the cost to broadcasters of not being green. In Room O, the day starts with another of the popular What Caught My Eye sessions. That's at 9:30. Then at 11, there's a look at delivering HD to handheld screens. Still in Room O, there'll be a session on audio formats, and that runs throughout the afternoon. Now, the film director James Cameron's latest film, Avatar, comes out at the end of this year. It's shot in 3D, it's absolutely stunning, and you'll have a chance to see a clip of it on the big screen this evening at our awards ceremony. With me here to talk about it is David Monk from IBC. David, this story was written by James Cameron 14 years ago. Why has it taken so long for him to get round to making it?
Well, James Cameron, of course, is a master storyteller. He was the director of Titanic, which is still the largest grossing box office movie of all time. So when he moved to a new epic, it's something that's been really eagerly awaited, to say the absolute minimum. But not only is he a wonderful storyteller, he's also a master of technique and technology. And what he's been doing has been both defining and developing the technology that he needed to express this story.
How fascinating. So he's been waiting for the technology to become available before he could shoot the film. But what part has he played in developing what sort of new technology?
Well, he has really defined the technology in many respects. One of the things that he's worked on is a concept called motion capture. Now, motion capture is where you use actors to create the essential motion of the script. But James was not happy with that. He's gone one step further than motion capture. He calls it emotion capture. And he's developed new technologies to really capture the actor's emotion so that he can deploy that with computer animation and, more importantly still, in full stereoscopic 3D. I've seen this footage and it is truly stunning.
How is it different from other more recent 3D productions then, in terms of its eye-catchingness?
Well, 3D has a challenge because on the one hand it can be very exciting and dramatic and emotional, but it's also a technology which can be overused. What he's looking for is a presentation technique where you can have a very comfortable viewing experience, but at the same time a very dramatic one. So he's able to create a movie which is very easy to look at, but also very, very exciting.
Fascinating stuff. And in fact, we've got more 3D elements coming up within the show as well, haven't we?
We have. We've got a theme day dedicated on Monday, tomorrow, to the whole business of creating 3D, editing, producing. So we're going to take people from what we call zero to infinity on Monday. That's here in the big screen, so we're looking forward to a full-size group of people to present that to.
Absolutely. David, thank you very much indeed for coming to talk to us about that. I said it was eye-catching. Well, as you wander through the halls here, you certainly come across some fascinating products. And once again, we've asked our reporter Chris Page to bring us his latest eye-catchers.
Well, walking around IBC, you may see a few record breakers. This is certainly one of them. It's from Polcam, and it's called the Seventh Heaven.
At 8 meters long, this could be the longest of this type of lightweight camera cranes in the world. In any case, it's definitely been to the coldest place on Earth. When you get that high off the surface of the polar ice caps, this is the sort of shot you can have.
It's a radical step forward in carbon fibre technology that has allowed us to move from 6 metres to 8 metres in length.
Polcam aren't the only ones living the high life. The flying cam gets a camera airborne at the fraction of the cost of hiring a fully fledged chopper. It's being used in blockbuster movies. Here it is tracking a Chinese army into a tunnel, being remotely piloted into a tight spot. From China to California, it's also popular in high-end commercials. If you have natural beauty like this on your doorstep, this is a great way to capture a new perspective.
It's providing let's say a very dynamic picture shooting.
It's really better than a dolly.
ENPS is used by broadcast journalists all over the world, but now it's close to hand for news gatherers who are miles away from their computer because you can get the software on a mobile.
And they can take the power of this tool out into the field with them, right to the point where they're covering the news. So there's no more, I'm going to go out and cover my story, now I'm going to go back to the newsroom and write my story. I can sit down right on site, write my story, send it back to the newsroom without ever leaving the site of the news event.
And finally, many people have travelled long distances to get to this year's IBC, but none have come from quite so far away as this guy. He's come from outer space to showcase the Fusion robotic pedestal from Vinten Radomek.
The guest from outer space is helping to demonstrate that this pedestal can be operated both manually and completely robotically, and it comes with virtual reality encoding.
Chris Page with some of IBC's most visual products, and we'll have more eye-catchers in the programme tomorrow. Now, before we go, I can reveal the companies chosen to receive awards for the best stands here at the show. Winner in the free design category is Humax Electronics. They make set-top boxes. For free small to medium designs, the winner is Tangent, who are known for their post-production control panels. And in the shell scheme category, the winner is Broadcast Bionics. They make the talk show call system Phonebox.